At IBEX, I'm Alan Wynn on behalf of Sounding Straight Only. Eric Fetchko is with us. Now, Dometic has just gone into areas I would have never imagined. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it was about toilets when it was Sealand.
Yeah.
And you do have a new one to talk about. But the really cool thing is a stabilizer. That market, which was owned by one company for years, now there's like 2 or 3 competitors, and you really came up with some brand new innovation this year.
Yes, we did. Yes, we won the Innovation Award in Miami with it. But yes, it's we addressed everything that the customer wanted a better experience with, and we spent probably 18 months before we started the development of it, finding out all your voice of the customer, what were their pain points, what did they need, where did they want it to go, so that we could come out with a better mousetrap.
I was impressed with how quickly it spools up, something like, 15, 18 minutes?
16.
16, there we go.
Yep. And it's put it this way, you cannot just, we got a 48 volt battery in our system, and it'll go 12, 24, 36, 48, but you can't just put a battery on a gyro and spin it up faster. The part of the problem is as they spin up, the bearings heat up, and you have to have a temperature gradient between the inner race and the outer race of no more than a couple of degrees, because they're ceramic bearings, balls. And if you heat it up, drive it too fast and it heats up, what happens is the coefficient of thermal expansion of the metals, 2 different sizes, expand and crushes the ceramic balls. So that's why a lot of the competitors out there, they ramp up really slowly to make sure that bearing race differential doesn't get too high. In our particular case, we cool the inner race. We actually, most bearings, they press in on the outer race and spin the inner race. We press in on the inner race and spin the outer race. But because we have a cooling unit that comes through and does the top and bottom bearings, we can actually keep that temperature gradient and crank up way faster.
Although no one expects to have repair work, maintenance work done, nonetheless, you've also engineered this so if it does happen, it's a lot quicker and easier.
It is, and we've really basically designed it to have 3 years maintenance free.
Now let's talk about bathroom.
Yeah.
No bathroom jokes, but I'm sure we could come up with a bunch if we wanted to. How do you improve on a marine head that has been so reliable, so successful? What are the new challenges? I didn't really realize we needed something new.
Yeah, there's a couple things. A lot of toilets are intolerant to certain things going down them. Human nature, people, kids, whatever, they're gonna flush things down that. So
my favorite was the Lego I flushed out one day.
yeah, Lego. So we made something that, if there's a big piece that gets in there, it's very easy to take it out. And anything else like feminine products or bottle caps or anything like that will actually get flushed through the whole system.
Well, wipes are a big item today. They weren't around 5 years ago.
Yep.
Now they are.
And they mess up a lot of toilets. On our new design, they don't. Another thing is we use half as much water. We redesigned it. We use half as much water and half as much power. We go from, it used to take, to build up the vacuum so that you could have a vacuum flush, it used to take 40 seconds. We're doing it in 20 now with clever pump design. Also, to do repairs, you get the duct bills. Those things, they fail because of grit and all sorts of things. We've done it now, so you just put one hand on a cartridge, twist it, pop it out, put the new one in, boom, you're done. No tools, nothing, just like that.
And if I understand in watching the demos on it, there's sensors that can also give you readouts on capacity when you're nearing capacity. Correct. And automatic shutoffs.
Correct. And one of the clever things about it is internally we've got these ribs, and it's been designed so that those ribs with just the natural movements of a boat, they actually break up the solids, so it prevents it from clogging up and getting too high. So, but we sense it. I think at 75%, they warn you that you're getting close to, you need to empty it. But again, it doesn't fill as fast because we use half the water.
Refrigeration, always something you need to have on a boat today. something that's very energy efficient
Yep.
because we're operating off the batteries, not gen sets anymore. And this year you're introducing a very small, compact
Yes.
unit.
Well, we came out last year with the NRX fridge, and the beauty of that is it takes 20 to 25% less power than any competitive model out there. We use the same technology for this one, so this is very low energy because, let's face it, as things are changing, power consumption on a boat means a lot, and there's so many more bells and whistles that take power that you have to conserve power. So this is very beneficial for that.
It's almost like an Apollo 13 flight of having to throw this switch, that switch
Yeah.
to see where you fall under the magic number.
That's a good analogy, yes.
What else is happening on the boats? DC power management.
Yeah, so we've come out with a DC power manager, which is, it's a two-way DC to DC converter, really. And the thing about ours is, one, it's IP68, you can drop this thing in salt water. It's for the environment. We built it. So nobody else out there builds a device like this. It's 80 amps, the first one. We have a 150 amp one coming out. It's two-way. You can go voltage either way, and it'll go 12, 24, 36, and 48 volts. So you can step down with your 12 volt batteries. You can step it up to 36 volt for a troller. You can step it up to 48 volts for our new GVTX 48 volt air conditioner, for instance. And the other thing about it, which is so cool, you need one battery charger because these because most they'll have a AC to DC power for shore power battery charger. Then they'll have 1, 2, 3, depending how many engines they have, other battery chargers. In our particular case, all we need is the AC to DC charger, no more. Because our converter is two-way, most other competitors out there, they have to have 2 modules per engine. We have 1 module per engine, so there's a lot less modules, a lot less wiring, and it really manages your power system. That's why we call it power management. If your engines they're being monitored, or sorry, your cranking batteries are monitored, they're getting too low, you can actually, it will automatically charge them from the house banks through this power module, and so it's just fantastic.
Products crossover back and forth between the RV division and the marine division.
Yeah.
Is the tail wagging the dog at some point?
No, see, on an RV, they don't have saltwater environments typically. 2, if something messes up, pull it to the side and get it towed. A boat, you're 60 miles offshore, something messes up and a storm's coming, you're in trouble. So that's why, our modules probably are too expensive for an RV because we have to make them IP68. And in an RV, you just use typical ones that are open, and that's the big difference, is the environment.
Let's talk about a topic with importing and tariffs.
Yep.
It's affecting everybody this year.
Yeah.
What new wrinkles have you had to learn to deal with?
It's been, the beauty of it all is it's not just us. Everyone has to deal with this, and not just us. Like we have U.S. facilities, Canadian and Italian. Every facility of ours has to deal with it, but so does every facility of everybody else's. It's just been a challenge to track the changes and make sure you're compliant. That's, to me, has been the only challenge. I've got a lot of people that are very good people that have day jobs that are focusing on tariffs, but we're managing, and by and large, you have to deal with the cards you've been dealt, and that's what we're doing.
How about overseas exports? Is the view of American-made products changed by other countries that have been impacted adversely by the U.S. tariffs?
I've never seen any evidence of it. I think people buy what they want to buy, and there's some patriotism, I'm sure, but I haven't seen any evidence of people not wanting to buy American products in Italy or something like that.
When you stop and think about this 3 years from now, it'll be a big deal. I mean, I know none of us can see the future, but is this just another one of those wrinkles in the forever rolling seas of running a marine business?
Yeah, and this is my 40th year in the business, and same company, 4 different owners, as I've said many times, but we had the 92 luxury tax, we had 911, we had the 2008 meltdown, financial meltdown. We had COVID. Now we got tariffs. So everything seemed like COVID seemed like the weirdest thing in the planet. We survived, and the boating industry had a year of just amazing results because everyone wanted to social distance on a boat.
Totally unexpected.
But like anything, we get over it. There is a new day, and you look back, and none of those things seem as bad to me now as they did at the time. So I'm hoping that's the way it'll be with tariffs.
Very good.
Yes.
Thanks, and I'm glad to see so much innovation this year. You guys have not stopped at all.
No, we have not, and I'm very lucky that my head office in Sweden supports it. They're all about innovation. They're all about sustainability, and we innovate with sustainability, and that's part of the company core values.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Good to see
Appreciate your
Dometic
time.
here.
Thank you.
And from IBEX in Tampa, I'm Alan Wendt.